It's a nice change of pace to be separated from Lewin for once. I'm glad that you have a great sense of direction. Lewin always disappears whenever I lose sight of him. But thanks to Lewin, I was able to find places I would have never thought of venturing to. Anyway, let's go find that scout.
Hey, Rune Hunter. Are you interested in joining a guild?
Rune Hunter, I've been waiting for you. From our scouting efforts, we discovered where King Ulden and Queen Romualda revived. King Ulden was found in Shelter Plaza. Please help them out. Then I'll see you at Rune Hunter, would you please grant me a favor? I lost my scouting log somewhere around here. There were so many life slaves around, I wonder if I lost it while fighting them. Anyway, if you find it, could you bring it to Knight Hamas? He is the next knight to replace me.
What happened? We should look around. There may still be a knight who survived.
The scouting log probably came from Zaid. Thank you. Soon I'll have to leave the sanctuary. Rune Hunter, I sincerely hope to see you again.
A revived, mutated rune warrior appeared out of nowhere. It had unbelievable strength. I fear that we don't have the power to stop serpents.
King Ulden. I remember you said you defeated the mutated King Ulden at the Lost Temple. They say creatures that have become life slaves are stronger than before. Will King Ulden be the same? We are near where King Ulden was seen. Let's be careful, since...
Tears of God. I really can't figure out what it does. Salvis is the one who knows about ancient texts better than anyone. You should ask him about it later. You didn't know? Salvis is the first Zodiac Master of Trom. When Captain Kristen gathered rune hunters, I decided to join because Salvis was with him. He really is that impressive. I'm sure you can learn much from him.
There's a report that Queen Romalda revived inside Advina Cliffside Path. Salvis already left. You should follow as soon as you're ready.
You are the rune hunter that came to Advina. Everyone from Advina is outside. The dead are continuously reviving, so what else can we do besides Gilsey really just missed you? It's a shame that your timing wasn't a bit better. Even if you don't remember me, do you remember Gilsey? Gilsey was really worried about you. I think Gilsey was secretly hoping that one day you'd come back to Advina. Things are a little weird right now, but you should show your face later when things are sorted out. Oh, right. Take this. If Gilsey was here, he would have wanted to take care of you. You are our rookie forever.
I am happy to see you. I didn't know that the rune hunter Kristen mentioned was you. Romalda seems to have revived at the hidden cave at the end of the cliffside path. There's the guard captain who turned into a life slave on the way, so it would be wise to take him out first. Now, let us go. I know having you by my side is already the best support I can hope for. The tears of God lost their light. It's as if someone absorbed the energy within them. The militia captain used the tears of God to strengthen King Ulden and Queen Romalda, and attempted to absorb the power that the two gained for himself. The tears of God contain powers of the 12 beings and serpents that normally cannot coexist at the same time. As Ulden and Romalda were being strengthened by the tears of God, the power of the 13th being flowed into them. And the militia captain waited until Ulden and Romalda, who became life slaves, converted the power into Serpent's power. How about we return to Advina for now? We cannot spend much time here. It's too dangerous.
While you were away, another earthquake occurred in Advina. It is good to see you return without any harm. So, what you're saying is that the militia captain deliberately used King Ulden and Queen Romalda to absorb the power of the Tears of God? But then why did the militia captain go through this extra process to use the Tears of God? I think there might be a story behind all this that we don't know about. Wait, don't tell me I'm the only one who doesn't know. We're in this all together, you know? Maybe Salvis would know something about it. If you learn anything, make sure to tell me, okay?
The reason he had to go through that process is because the power of the Tears of God cannot be absorbed directly. And the reason why the powers of the 12 gods cannot be absorbed directly is because of the 13th being they oppose, Serpens. That's right. The militia captain is one of Serpens' souls that Kristen and I have been searching for. To explain everything, it would be necessary to tell the story of what I experienced during the Bellatus expedition 10 years ago. Before I completed the Zodiacs, I believed I had already reached the end. But what was beyond that light was the beginning of another. As I completed the Zodiacs, the souls of Serpens awakened once again. One part of Serpens' soul that was split into two remained dormant within my runecast. That soul introduced itself as Dex, and it endlessly tried to whisper into my ears. I have spent my life trying to contain Dex. But then one day, during the Bellatus expedition, I discovered that another soul of Serpens had revived. What I found in the battlefield was Serpens' other soul, Aki, held within Prince Favina. Prince Lovia was doing his best to subdue Aki, but he was nearing his limit. I could only think of one way to stop Aki. Using the fact that the power of Serpens cannot coexist with another gods, I began spreading the plague with the sacred arms of Vesper I found in Bellatus. As the plague spread, the life slaves lost their powers, and Aki was forced out of Prince Favina's flesh. Then Prince Lovia asked me to seal up Aki in his body instead. Afterwards, I entrusted Kristen to take care of Prince Lovia, and did everything I could to save Prince Favina's life. But then I realized, after taking care of everything, Dex, the voice which had continuously whispered into my ears, had disappeared. I suspect that he got away from me when I used the sacred arms of Vesper to get rid of Aki. Dex expanded the Rodonimo at a fearsome pace, and Aki disappeared after Lovia went missing. Aki and Dex are now taking action to become one again in Advina. I've done everything I could to stop them. But this is now a task that I alone cannot resolve. Will you please lend this old man your strength?
The advance party to the expansion base was defeated. Only a few survived. They say a child adept in magic was the one who defeated the knights. The Rune Hunters are ready to go to the expansion base. We'll move out as soon as you're ready.
Rune Hunter, the child that defeated the advance party, is reported to be at the extension restricted area. According to the Knights, powerful life slaves began emerging near the area, so please, be careful.
There are still people who haven't evacuated. I think the Aefrost Knights failed to spot them. Perhaps we can help them out. If you have the time, try scouting around the area.
Over here! Oh, goodness, I'm so glad. Thank you. I can finally see my... There may still be a few people left in the expansion base. I'll leave those people to you.
I think my thinking has been too complacent. I thought that things would be solved But no matter how long I waited, the earthquakes didn't stop, and I was about to give up on myself too, but with your help...
That it was the end for me. I was just counting down the days until I died. If it wasn't for you, I would have died without anyone ever knowing. I will never forget this kindness. I mean it.
The advance party is composed of knights specifically selected by Captain Kristen. They learned their swordsmanship directly from Captain Kristen, so they must have been talented knights. I can clearly sense that the life slaves are growing stronger as we head deeper inside. The child is just up ahead. Take caution as you make your approach.
Hunter. I've waited for this moment to surprise you. I'm sure you have lots of questions for me. Now I can just tell from the expression on your face. This puzzled look, and the perplexity, with the kindness that still worries for me. I understand. To you, Rune Hunter, I probably only looked like a helpless child who depended on you. Did you know? We've actually ran into each other before, back at Calicorda. And when I saw those innocent eyes of yours behind the bars, I just couldn't resist pulling a prank on you. I mean, Rune Hunter, I knew you'd do anything to help me out. Although I didn't expect you to care for the greater good when I was dying. Even if you were in a hurry, how could you give all the tears of God to Dex?
It pleases me that you're so naive.
The soul of serpent. The soul of serpents consumes the mind of a human and eventually overtakes the body. When Prince Lovia sealed a key within his body, he suffered great pain due to the voices from within. The prince slowly lost his ego and eventually reached a point he could never return from. And then there was only a key left, who had already learned how to speak and act like Prince Lovia. I find myself wondering whether anyone will remember Prince Lovia's true soul, which was tormented by Aki. From Kristen.
Kristen informed you that Serpent's soul slowly corrodes the human mind, leaving only the body in the end. And then he wrote, "Who can remember Lovia, who sacrificed himself to seal Aki?" At those words, you remembered all those who had fallen without a name on the battlefield, just like Lovia.
Captain Kristen sent out an emergency call for you to come to the sanctuary. We finally found out where Militia Captain Dex is.
I guess it was Dex who took Prince Lovia from the solitary area. Prince Lovia spent years with a key sealed within himself. Even as his soul was being corrupted by a key, he only worried for the future of Traun. Aside from Prince Lovia, there are many who lost their lives because of a key and Dex. We should at least do everything we can for these poor souls. Traces of Dex were found at Pilgrim's Cave. Take a look at the place with other rune hunters.
What? You mean Weeper was Aki? Whatever Salvus and Leon said, I thought Weeper was a good kid. And Prince Favina was actually Dex? Do you think those two approached us intentionally? Once you find Dex, make sure he suffers. I can't shake off the feeling that I was fooled by him. I really felt like an idiot once I realized that. I was an idiot all along? Let's just say I was innocent. Anyway, I pray for your safe return. Good luck.